I've been working on this large commission painting, and I completed it while taking care of a brand new baby and also a toddler. I finished it recently, and I wanted to talk about the process of making it because it was a really wonderful experience. So this man reached out to me and he wanted me to make this painting of his dog, and he wanted it to be surreal and have ambiguous elements in it. But he wanted the most important thing of this painting was to have the emotion of the dog's personality show through. And so this dog, whose name is Bowie, his personality was a mountain man, loved mountains and mountain streams, being in the snow and outdoors. So I came up with all these ideas and I sent him some sketches so we can kind of narrow down the idea. And we picked a sketch that we liked, but the really amazing, wonderful thing was he wanted to keep things open for inspiration I could be adding or changing things in the painting. I was so excited to work on something like this, but when he told me the size of it, he wanted it to be large. The size we ended up doing was 36 by 36 inches. And at the time, I was in my second trimester of pregnancy, and I was having a really, really, really tough pregnancy. It was hard for me to work during it. So I told him this and I said, I don't think I can commit to a painting this size. I thought he'd want something smaller, even though I love painting large paintings. And then I said, after, the pregnancy, then I'm going to be on maternity leave. So I was prepared for him to pass on me, but he said he wanted to wait and he didn't want this painting to feel rushed or anything like that. So he said he would wait for it so I could take my time while working on this, which was so, so wonderful. So I got to work on it. This painting happened very slowly for me for all the things that I mentioned, but it was the most incredible experience getting to let inspiration take over and flow through this painting. Like, for example, the mountain stream turned into a golden mountain stream, and the forest in the background turned golden too, which I love all the things that can symbolize. He also came back to me with this ancient Hindu mantra, which the translation is, "We worship the three-eyed one who is fragrant and who sustains all living beings. May he liberate us from death, and may he, Lord Shiva," I think I'm pronouncing that right, "lead us to immortality, just as the cucumber is released from its bondage to the vine." And he wanted to see if I could incorporate that into the painting. And I got very excited thinking of all these ideas that I could work this into the painting. So I have cucumber vines in the lower parts of the painting, the twisting cucumber vine, and there's one that twists up towards Bowie, and his collar fades out kind of into a twist, and it looks like it could be broken off from the cucumber vine. I also have Lord Shiva very, very subtly in the clouds, which I think is very cool. It's fun. I love having different hidden elements in the painting that maybe aren't obvious to everyone looking at the painting. I think since paintings, they're meant to be looked at for a lifetime, for many, many years to come. So I like to keep things very specific, but other things very ambiguous, so that as you're growing and changing in your life, different elements of the painting might grow and change with you, the meaning of certain things. And there's even this one element that it looks like something. I don't know what it means. It's like this abstract element in the background. Just compositionally right here, I felt like it needed something, this certain movement of brushstrokes. So I like the idea that the guy that is going to own this painting, maybe that means something to him right now. Maybe that could symbolize something for him, but maybe later on it could change and mean something different. Or not. Maybe it's just this interesting brushstroke work in the background. You don't need to get meaning out of every little part of the painting, but I like that you could, and I like making paintings have these interesting little elements all the way through it that you could find meaning all the way throughout it. This was just a really good painting to work on, and it felt just the right time in my life too, having this really big epic grounding piece that I've been working on slowly, consistently through this time in my life, going from a really hard pregnancy to then having a newborn and then also a toddler. Going through all these changes, it was just this really nice constant in my own personal art world. It was good. I love how it turned out, and I already have some ideas brewing for my next painting.